Guys.
Good.
So, what do you want to talk about? This is my panel. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Take this thing off here for starters. All right. Who's up first? What do you guys want to know? Ask me questions. I will answer as much as I can. Yes.
Okay, so I want to know what you think about one of the endings in Mass Effect 3.
Let's just get this out of the way now.
Yeah.
What do I think of the endings of ME3?
The destroy option, where at the very, very end they show Shepard sleeping again. Why? Why chose to do that and not allow it?
Okay, I won't repeat the spoiler, but I will give you a general answer, which is not being part of the writing process. I don't have any input as to what happens. And I think the writers do a phenomenal job of coordinating, tens of thousands of participants, in an ending that's hard. Have you ever written anything? Okay. Endings are hard. Endings are really hard because life doesn't end until we're done. And then no one's, you're not reading anymore after that. Loss of a game is hard, and loss of a character is hard, and I think they did a really good job trying to bring all that together. And what I love the most is how fired up people are about it, because that means they got everybody involved. And that is not easy to do. And a big shout out to them for that. Next. Yes. Oh, I wish I knew the answer to that. She asked, when is my CD coming out? Oh, soon, I wish. I'll try for next year. It's just, I'm actually going to go in and work on a couple songs this spring with a friend of mine that I want to get pulled together for either movies or games. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Thanks. I miss singing. Yes.
Do you play the video games you star in?
My little secret. Do I play the video games I'm in? My little secret is I suck at playing games. Everyone in this room is far better at something than me. I'm not good at it. I'm horrible at it. And I spend so much time doing them inside in booths that my job, as I see it, is to get out and have a life. I know what it's like to get hit in the face because I've fallen so many times, or I go upside down climbing, or I get bucked off a horse, or I know what it's like to be in a place where you don't know what's what, because I've been to other countries and by myself where I didn't know where I was going or how the heck I was going to get there. And I think that's all useful for what I do for a living because it brings an element of real life to it that you guys deserve when you're playing a game. So that's my very long excuse for why I suck. Plus, when I have free time, I just want to go outside. I want to go climb. I want to go ride. I want to, yes. At this side of the room, because I'll go back and forth. Yes.
Is it okay to ask a two-part question?
Oh my gosh, all right.
So first, if BioWare went back on everything they said and asked you to come back as Commander Shepard.
In a hot second. In a hot second, I would. That was enough.
Is
Yes.
there any sort of hint you can drop as to any other big projects that might be coming up in the gaming world?
Well, I don't know if I can say that. I really have to run through the roster in my head. There are a couple of things coming out. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I'm in one of them. You guys are going to love one of them because it's amazing. I hate traditional chairs and stuff, so if I end up on my butt, I picked it. Hang on. I need to counterbalance here so I don't screw myself over. Knack. Knack is coming out. Knack is one of the new games on the PS4. It's one of the launch games for the PS4, and I was lucky enough to work on that. And that was amazing. Star Wars Detours, I'm in that. I can't say what I'm doing, but I can say that I'm having so much fun. And I think I can even say that I got to sing the other day for Star Wars Detours, which was extraordinary. Pardon me while I rearrange my clothes up here. That's really all I can reveal right now. Xiaolin Chronicles is coming out. Greg Delau was gracious enough to let me take over her role as Comicon, because it's a Canadian production. I'm Canadian, she's not. But Tara is still on it. Tara Strong is still on it. Eric Bauza, who's brilliantly talented. Danny Kaye, Michael Donovan. It's just such a good Cree Summer. Such a great cast. So, okay, back to. Oh wait, is that your two-parter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, back to the side. Yes.
What's your favorite project that you've ever worked on?
Oh, don't make me pay. That's like saying which one of you are my favorite. Not gonna happen. My next one? No. I love them all. I have really such a wide variety of stuff I get to do. It's really cool. I love them. Everything from Cinderella to Princess Morbucks to Commander Shepard to Bastille Shan. It's like such a wild collection of roles. I feel super lucky. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I noticed that you do a lot of superheroes. Like Miss Marvel's my favorite, but I also like Miss Anna and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess this is two-parter.
Another one.
What do you personally like to do with superheroes, and do you have a favorite?
What do I personally like about doing superheroes, and do I have a favorite? Well, is there anyone in here who would not want to be a superhero? That's what I love. Do I have a favorite? Maybe a little tiny bit partial to Jean Grey. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I love them all. I love Miss Marvel. And I loved Carol Ferris in Green Lantern. Gosh. And they're all like gigantic. I mean, she's not here, she's a villain, but she's so fun. And it's just, who wouldn't want to, make the world the way they think it ought to be, right? This side. Yes.
So in a story like Mass Effect, where you've got this huge multi-path adventure, do you get to see the story arc and the choices, or are they just giving you the raw dialogue line for you to read and capture?
That is a two-part answer. In the beginning, when we first start recording the whole game, I know in Mass Effect 3, Mac Walters flew in to Burbank where we were, and we went over the story arc in the beginning. But then, if you break it down, somebody who's really good at math, break this down. 7,000 lines divided by 350. Anybody know what that comes out to be? Is it 20?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how many sessions we had, average-ish, for each game, or for 2, and then probably for 3 as well. So somewhere over that 20-session period, which happens like I'll have a session, and then not another one for 2 weeks, and I'll have 2, then a break for a couple weeks, and then 2, then back again next week for 1. It's sort of spread out like that. And so you got Matt coming in back here in August, say. And then, there's September, October, November, December. And then we just start going through the script. And if you look at the timeline, my first session might have been for this part of the timeline. My next session might be for this part of the timeline. Then they got to write more material for this part of the timeline. Then we're going to bounce back to that part of the timeline. Oh, we need to do this right now because they got to get that through into the visuals. We're going to go back here and pick this up. It's just, I say, though I liken it to, I've used this description a lot. Take a film script, which is about this thick, okay? A game script is maybe this thick. I've seen them this thick. And now cut it into strips, right? Throw it up in the air. Seriously. Pick one up and make it make sense. It has to be in the right place in the character's development and the arc of the story. You have to remember who you've picked up in your team, who you've lost, how you feel about it, what villain you have and haven't encountered, and who are you talking to right now and what do you need. And go. And then on top of that, I can't move outside this 4-inch box, or you can't hear me, and I have to, and no one is in the room with me. And we do use, on Mass Effect, we used Veda, which is an amazing system. It's a proprietary software that they could take my stuff when I record and play it back for, say, Allie, when she comes in and she can kind of act against me, which is really amazing. I tend to be the first one in, so I don't have anyone to work off of. So I'm just working in a vacuum like that. Yeah. I think it's this side's turn. Yes, in the back in the center.
I was wondering if you could walk through the process for recording a line of dialogue, about how long you spend on each one. You talked a little bit about what sort of direction you get. Maybe give an example of what sort of context you
Sure, somebody throw me a line.